So if you guys just saw my previous video, I was talking about like what's going on with my head and blah 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 blah. If you missed that, there should be a link around the screen. Go watch that first and then come back here. So I left off with, all the pain, that I had within myself while having those stitches and now. Like that whole time since the accident to now is horrendous. And, my positivity, yeah, I'm a very positive person. I'm very upbeat and, I want the best for people, and I want to spread, happiness throughout the world, because I believe everybody should be truly happy and everybody should wear that big old smile of theirs no matter how bad something is. And, with the videos that I made, and if you've been following me since the accident, you'll know, it's amazing how being positive in a horrible situation can make everything better, but yet again still have, that hurt and that upset feeling, because it, no matter how positive a person is, they're still gonna have those times where they're upset, where they're mad, where they're in pain, and it's, it's life. That's how people work. That's how life works. Emotions. You just can't be happy 100% of the time. There are gonna be times where, you do get down, but it's your choice to lift yourself back up again, because you want to be up here. You don't want to be down here. You want to lift yourself up again. And, I've said this before, and I've used it in pretty much a lot of my writings, take each step to pure happiness. And while you're taking those steps, you learn something as you move on to the next step. You're making better decisions. You're learning from what you've done. You're getting to a higher place. You're feeling more confident about yourself. And that's a fantastic thing. That's how it should be. But even though you can be on the highest step, there may be a time where you notch back down a step, and that's your choice to do what it takes to get back up there. And where I'm going with this, with the accident, I was, before the accident, I was probably, here's the highest and here's the lowest. I was probably about here. There. I was pretty down. I wasn't too good, But when I got into that accident, it opened up my eyes. It showed me a lot and how much I need to be grateful for. And, that boosted me up a level. And then, it showed me, this is a horrible thing in my life. Like, how am I going to get through this? Kids are going to make fun of me. People are going to stare at me weird. Like, I'm going to have to hide my face. And, I boosted up my confidence. It's like, this is who I am now. I have a scar on the middle of my face. This is who I am. And this is who I'm going to be for the rest of my life, because no surgeries, no matter what plastic surgery I will get, and I'm not getting any surgeries because of this reason, no matter what surgery I get, it's not going to take away the scar. And I've been told that by every single doctor that I've seen. And that's okay, because I don't want to get rid of my scar, because it shows not only outsiders what I've gone through, because they don't really know. I mean, you guys know, because you've seen, I've talked to you. But, like, somebody random on the street, they go, oh, something must have happened to that girl. Well, it shows me something did happen to me. Something tragic. Something life-changing. And it's to my best ability to accept it and to live with it and to love it, because this is still me. I'm still the same person. I was still the same person before I had this scar, and I'm still the same person after. Although, after, I'm a better person. And that's because I chose that right path to be happy. You know, to take a negative situation, like my situation, getting into a car accident and now having this scar for the rest of my life on my face. I have no feeling in my head. I see myself touching my head, but I have no feeling in my head whatsoever. And the pain that I go through, I don't know if that will ever go away. I don't know. But something so negative, something that could bring down a person so far, it can lift you up even higher. It can lift you up to the highest point. And that's out of your power to choose to be happy, to make it a positive situation, and to tell yourself, you know, you're beautiful, to wake up every morning with your hair all messed up, without wearing any makeup, without doing anything. And look at yourself in the mirror and say, I look beautiful. I am beautiful. And I love myself. And, you know, back to where I was getting with the pain. You guys didn't really know how much pain I went through. And maybe some of you do. Maybe some of you, I know I've gotten a lot of messages that have said, you know, Bree, I know what it's like. Like, I've gotten into an accident before. And, you know, there are some people who do have scars, but it's not on their face. But still, they get kind of a gist of what I'm, like, they get a piece of what I'm feeling. Like, they get that, the emotions, the hurt, you know, all that stuff. And even the pain. Maybe their pain was worse than mine, maybe mine was worse than theirs. But the pain that I felt, I don't know how I got through it, but I did. And I think that shows a lot within a person. And each of you, I know every single one of you out there, whoever's watching this video, whether you're here in the United States or you're on the other side of the world, I know you're a strong person. And I don't know you, but I know you are strong, because every single person on this planet right now is a strong human being. And it's incredible to think about. And while you guys are going through something harsh in your life, just say to yourself, BreeCarmella told me I'm a strong person, and I know I am. Even if you don't think it, you do. You know it. And that you're gonna get through it. So, I hope this helps a little bit to get a little taste of what it was like, you know, being inside for me. And I didn't really hit into the topics. Like, I didn't go into it. I pretty much just skimmed right over the top of it. But one day I will just sit down. No matter how long the video may be, I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to talk about everything that I felt. And I'll probably end up crying. And I'm surprised I haven't cried already. But it's definitely a life-changing experience. And you can make the best of anything that happens. Whether it be positive or negative, make the best of it. And remember, you know, always wear that smile on your face. Wake up and just put a smile on your face. And even if you're still tired and yawning and I don't want to go to school, I don't want to go to work, just say, I'm going to get through this day. And, you know, if something bad happens in that day, start the new day with a fresh piece of slate. I guess that's what people say. A fresh start. Remember to smile. Always choose happiness. And that's the best thing to do. So I love you guys. And I'll see you soon.